So you came for action, chaos, and speed? Good news. You are in the right place.
They wrecked! They spin the car around and he's flipping.
Hold on! Here comes Jones to the inside! They make contact!
Oh,
we got a spin!
Why they hit the wall? Oh, got a crash on the track. Oh, big time! A huge crash off of turn 2, a big pileup. Tuck it! Goes on a big hit to the. Here comes Santos through and oh, Ricky Santos Jr. 3-1. Let's try 4-1. Hits the wall. And now, big crash.
Here comes the 11! Bobbing her back in the 24, they're on the wall!
Eric Jones has won the Daytona 500.
38 drivers, one monster of a track, and one trophy awaits at the end of it all. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Yellawood 500 at the Talladega Superspeedway. 38 drivers are going to fight for a trophy. And joining me today in the booth is Gavin Beers 12, MLCS Racing Network, and Speed Cup Stop Motion.
And it's sure to be an amazing race at this 2.5-mile beast of a track. It's time for the second race in the round of 12, and it's going to be a good one here today.
Very unique racetrack here at Talladega, different from Daytona. The tri-oval is not where the start-finish line lays. It's all the way down heading into turn 1. That gives these drivers way more time to create fantastic finishes.
Welcome to Talladega, folks. We are getting ready for another great Talladega Superspeedway race here. The spring had some crazy action with Corey LaJoie on his lid. And then we also saw last year in this race, Kyle Larson flipping down the front straightaway. We're getting ready for another crazy race here at Talladega.
One of these non-playoff guys who are looking for an upset here today is Eric Jones in the 43 machine. 2 years in a row, he's been the pulsar here for the Yellawood 500, and he's looking to upset after the round of 16 elimination. We'll see what the Toyota driver can do here today.
And another driver to look out for today is Kyle Larson. He's starting a bit further back in the field from Eric Jones. 5th position, still a very solid spot, but look at that scheme. The Valvoline 5 machine was the same scheme where he went tumbling, flipping, up and over, a horrific crash in the front straightaway, right into the pit wall, and he's looking for a huge comeback here today. He was very fast in practice, has been solid all season long. He is looking to advance to the next round of the playoffs.
Next up here, we'll be looking at the 10 of Noah Gragson, starting 14th, barely made his way through into the round of 12. He's in a good spot, looking to advance, and there is no other better track to do it than this wild card race here at Talladega Superspeedway.
Moving on to Ross Watermelon Chastain. He starts 18th today, but honestly, the one car just needs a good day. He stacked playoff points and regular season victories in the regular season of NASMAR 2024, so he just needs a good, solid day here at Talladega to make it into the next round.
A couple of shockers here at the back of the field. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, they start 34th and 35th. The Hendrick cars had nothing in practice and qualifying, especially these two. The 48 and the 9 cars, both typically really, really good here at Talladega, especially the 9, are going to have to come from the back here today to try to salvage something out of the day and into the Roval to try to advance into the round of 8.
And those are your drivers to watch out for here today, but let's take a look at your starting lineup.
Row 1 is Eric Jones alongside Tyler Reddick, and inside this top 10 is many drivers who are very good at these super speedways. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Preece, and Todd Gilliland, just a few to name.
But don't count out names like Carson Hocevar or even Austin Hill in the 62, everybody. But how about the ultimate underdog in Michael McDowell in that 34, making his last super speedway start for Front Row Motorsports.
A guy making his final super speedway start in general, Martin Truex Jr. will roll off row 11 beside his Joe Gibbs teammate Denny Hamlin. AJ Allmendinger in the 16 this week, so William Byron back there as well. And then towards the back of the field, we already talked about the surprising Hendrick Motorsports names. And then Shane Van Gisberg in one of his first super speedway starts here in the NASMAR Community Cup Series. And look at this, Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, trying to complete a last to first challenge, if you will. Let's see if they can make that happen here today.
Of drivers to watch out for. Lots of drivers starting a bit further back in the pack than we would expect. Let's take a look at your race info today. 15 laps, 38 drivers, and playoff drivers outside the bubble could get desperate and go for a win.
Mentioned those big contenders starting in the back, and it's Talladega underdog winners. And avoid the big one today is going to be a crazy race to close out the middle part in the round of 12.
Yes, Talladega is always that crazy wild card here in the NASMAR Community Cup Series. We had a crazy race last year, but I'm honestly looking at some of those underdog winners who aren't in the playoffs to make some noise today and potentially steal a win like Todd Gilliland last year in this same race.
Yeah, Speed, you mentioned Todd Gilliland. He's back in that 38 this year. He's looking to repeat once again. We'll see what he can do. But now we're going to send it down to the command with Chipotle Cup Series. He's down on pit road. Let's get these engines fired.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talladega Superspeedway, the biggest, the baddest, the fastest track in NASCAR. Let's get this race started. Gentlemen, start your engines.
As the cars begin to roll off the pit lane, the excitement, the anticipation, it's higher than ever. Because guess what? This is more than a race. This is Talladega, and we are green in the Yellawood 500.
And as the cars thunder on the back straightaway for the first time today, it's Tyler Reddick, head, out front, point, but here comes Jones battling back on the inside lane.
Reddick gets a huge shove by the 47. He's going to clear that 43 car, take lead on that inside line. Josh Berry trying to clear the 47 as well, and he will off turn 2.
Looking at the lead right now, Tyler Reddick has the lead. Here comes Eric Jones behind him. Josh Berry trying to side draft the 43. We already have a third lead up top. Big crash! Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Preece.
Stenhouse on his side against the wall in the tri-oval, and the 47 has had a horrific incident headed off of the tri-oval just like last year, lap 2. Already an incident, and the caution's out for the first time today.
Caution out early, and watch that. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. taking a look at it here, just jockeying for position, and man, Priest tried to go up. Stenhouse, risky block, and sticky Stenhouse wrecks once again.
Almost flipped that 47 car all the way up on the side. Look at all the damage. Aggressive racing early in this race through the tri-oval on lap 2. As you see the drivers involved, 2 big names on these super speedways we mentioned already taken out of contention.
That will, I feel like, folks, that will be a precursor for later. Taking a look at the Cheers rule, Tyler Reddick's going to go bottom, mainly just guys choosing lanes. Chris Buescher going to go behind his Ford teammate of Austin Cindric.
Getting ready to restart this race once again. Back to the gears they go. We're green once again here at Talladega.
Only 1 lap to go for stage number 3, and here comes Larson, charging on the outside lane. Shades of last year, he's covering 3 wide to the line. Kyle Larson takes home stage 1.
And they are landlocked behind him. Larson's got to control 3 lanes of this traffic as they head through turn 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Jones makes a run to the outside, and they're side by side through 3 and 4.
Here comes Kyle Larson, trying not to get overturned like he did last year. Out front is the 5. Jones in tow on that outside lane. Reddick behind him. Suarez and Hamlin on that 3rd lane on the outside.
Look at that 3rd starting to form up high. Forward with Reddick right now, shoving the 5, but that 3rd lane's got some speed. The 99 to the outside with the 11 and 6.
Here comes the 3rd lane, all 3 lanes, huge momentum. Larson's still in the lead, but how much longer can he hold it? 2 laps to go in stage 2.
Middle lane fell back. They got to rebuild now. The outside
Oh!
lane coming. Hamlin gets through.
Oh!
He's upside down.
Big
It's
crash!
wheels up in turn 3 for the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Lots of other drivers involved. Brian Keselowski, one of them. You see Chase Elliott up on his side, a playoff driver. A couple other playoff drivers. There's the 12 of Ryan Blaney involved in the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Let's take another look at this one.
Elliott on his side. 2 cars up airborne on the back straightaway right before the end of stage 2. And what a huge, hellacious crash here on the back straightaway.
Big playoff names in this too. William Byron is there. Many drivers looking to have great days. Super Speedway guys, the 17 of Buescher. But look at this. The 11 gets turned perpendicular to the pack. The 6 hits him, lifts him up in the air, lands on the roof. A scary accident 2 years in a row here at Talladega.
What a crash in this one. Todd Gilliland, last race, year's winner in this race, is involved with, of course, Chase Elliott. He is on top of him. But Denny Hamlin, man, goes for a wild ride up and over and lands on his lid. A lot of key playoff guys involved in this, too. Going to be interesting going into the Roval.
And that's a lot of damage to the 11 of Hamlin. He is out, as we all expected. You see Kozlowski on the tow truck as well. 62 of Austin Hill, last year's winner Todd Gilliland involved. A couple of key playoff names like the 11 and the 9 of Elliott involved in this. You see the 38 there once again, last year's winner, not going to be able to defend the title. But this crash will end stage number 2. Kyle Larson is going to be the one sweeping the stages here after last year flipping on the front straightaway, followed by Reddick, the 99 of Suarez, Josh Berry, and Austin Cindric. Let's send it down to pit road.
Eric Jones pulls into his box with heavy damage to the front end of his number 43 Toyota machine after contact with Hamlin during the big one. Eric Jones will try to push forward after some repairs to the race car.
William Byron had a big slide with Chris Buescher after the 17 got air. Byron took lots of damage to the right side of the car and will fix it up with tape and bare bond.
Martin Truex pulls his number 19 machine into his pit stall after reportedly being dumped on the backstretch, was collected the number 62 of Austin Hill and suffered damage to Truex's Toyota Camry. The 19 team is just trying to salvage something out of the day to look forward to the Roval.
Bubba Wallace slid the tires trying to slow down to avoid the big one. He'll take 4 tires and fuel and will be on his way.
Joey Logano's number 22 pit crew is over the wall now to give Logano 4 fresh tires and will wait on gas to be repaired in case of overtime. Logano barely avoided the big one, stepping on the brakes and causing him to slide the tires just as Bubba Wallace, which is why Logano wanted 4 fresh Goodyears.
Ryan Blaney came together with the 8 car of Kyle Busch, leaving big right front damage to his car. The team will tape it up and put 4 fresh tires on the 12 car.
Kyle Busch's number 8 Chevrolet Camaro will pull into his box for repairs on the right front after contact with Todd Gilliland. The team will load up the car with tape and will be off running again.
And a huge thank you to our pit reporters as we head to the choose cone. Reddick on the outside, Larson on the inside. Every single person in the field choosing every which way. It's going to be Larson and Berry piloting the bottom, and Reddick on Cindric piloting the top. Who will get into a full song first? It's a Mianek one. We're green at Talladega.
Great jump by the inside line. Kyle Larson shoved way out front, but what will the outside line do to rebuild? They head back to turn 3. Reddick still lags back by 2 car lengths. They come up off turn 4, still no run. Josh Berry looking in second, 2 more times around.
Kyle Larson out front. He leads Josh Berry in tow. Here comes the outside. We have 3 lanes. They're not working together. Through 4 for the second to last time. We're coming to the white flag, folks, here at Talladega.
Yeah, white flag up in the air one more time around. Larson way out front, but here comes Josh Berry. He gets moved by Suarez. Bell down low. The 5 goes up to block. Now here comes Bell down low. He has room. They're 4 wide. 4x4 at the line.
Holy, oh my.
It was Bell.
3 wide. I thought it was Larson. Man, he was flying into the middle.
I have Allmendinger in that. Allmendinger, I think, won that race, guys. I disagree with you both.
No, look at this replay here.
Oh
Larson
my.
come down to try to block Bell. They're 4 wide at the line.
That's Larson, guys.
That is Allmendinger all day
my goodness.
long.
4 wide across the
Gavin?
line.
Gavin, who do you think this is?
Well, we can rule out the 4, but look at how close it is. Bell on the inside.
Too close to
Unbelievable
call.
how close these races.
Goodness.
Allmendinger is right.
Oh.
I mean, you can't fit a hair in between those 2 splitters. That is so close at the start-finish line. Unbelievable.
Oh my.
We anticipate going to win this race. NASMAR officials reviewing it now. Bell, Allmendinger, or Larson? Who's gonna get the job done? I'm getting word that it may be the 20 of Christopher Bell. The non-playoff driver gets the win, but you won't believe this. Over Kyle Larson, 1/1000th of a second, but over AJ Allmendinger, 1/100,000th of a second. He beat Allmendinger.
Unbelievable.
What a margin!
Oh my. I cannot believe what I just saw. That was an insane finish to this one. Christopher Bell comes out on top, barely beating out AJ Allmendinger. Kyle Larson finishes in third. At least he didn't flip this time. Josh Berry in fourth. And then SVG gets a top 5.
How about that for the Shane man? You see Suarez, he was the leader of that third line, and he got bullied out of the way on the back straightaway on the last lap there, not able to hang on to the win.
I may have been wrong about Larson, but what a finish! 4 abreast across the line, and not a centimeter to spare. Wow, what a finish here at Dega.
Talladega always does that. You see Denny Hamlin upside down. Now he's been sent to a local hospital for further evaluation, hoping he's all right. A scary ride for him. Multiple playoff drivers finishing not as they hoped at this Talladega Superspeedway. This is it. This is Talladega. You cannot expect anything less than chaos when we come here.
The crowd still on their feet after an electric finish here at Talladega Superspeedway. This has been another classic one in the books as Christopher Bell gets the confetti rained down on him.
Unbelievable drive from the 20 car. And guess what he did? The last to first challenge. Everybody tries to do this in their career at least once, but Christopher Bell actually does it. From dead last to the point. Bell wins in Talladega.
And despite not making the playoffs, Bell shows him that he can still do it, taking it home. What a race here at Talladega Superspeedway.
Unbelievable. You see the 5 and the 16 still sitting there in disbelief, distraught for those two who came oh so close, but it was Christopher Bell who came out on top.
We had another classic finish here at Talladega. The next race, the NASMAR Community Cup Series playoff, the cutoff race at the Bank of America Roval 400 at Charlotte Motor Speedway on the MLCS Racing Network channel. Get ready for another wild race here in NASMAR.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one from the Charlotte Roval, that is for sure. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this Yellawood 500 from the Talladega Superspeedway. I really appreciate you all. And a huge shout out to everyone who helped me with this project. Gavin Beers 12, Speed Cop Stop Motion, and MLCS Racing Network joining me in the booth down on Pit Road, Bad Content here, and Electrum. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you for the NASMAR Community Cup Series in Charlotte.